In the last video, we discussed how our brain works. We have tiny special cells called neurons which are constantly firing all the time. This firing of neurons create new thoughts and memories. Today we will explore how we store these ideas and later retrieve them as memories. So let us get started right after this short intro. Hi everyone. Human memory is a very fascinating subject that involves discovering different firing patterns and how these firing patterns are stored in our brain so that we can retrieve them later. Unlike a computer memory, human memory is not stored in one place. Instead, it is recreated every time we want to recall that memory. This is accomplished by reproducing the same neuron firing patterns in various parts of the brain that occurred when the memory was getting stored. Still, the comparison between these two types of memory management systems is logical. Hence, we will understand how human memory works in relation to a computer memory. At the heart of computers and human memory, the fundamental units responsible for processing information are the same. In the realm of computers, we have transistors, tiny electronic switches capable of representing binary digits. In the realm of our brain, we have neurons, specialized cells that communicate through electrical impulses, forming a vast network of connections. However, there is a stark contrast in their operations because neurons work like quantum computers, and unlike transistors in classical computers, output of neurons is not binary. The cells can produce and receive any values between 0 and 1, which makes it a complex language for us to understand. Now let us focus on memory formation. Just like a computer transfers information into RAM for quick access and easier manipulation of data, our brain has its own memory management hub called the hippocampus. When we experience something new, electrical and chemical signals within our brain encode the information. The hippocampus then steps in, consolidating and storing these memories for retrieving them later. But wait, there is more. Similar to a computer's short-term and long-term memory, our brain also makes this distinction. For a computer, short-term memory like RAM allows us to hold and manipulate information temporarily. Similarly, our brain brings encoded information from neurons into hippocampus, where the information is decoded first and stored as short-term memory for processing it further. Exactly like RAM processing short-term memory in a computer. To cement these short-term memories into long-term storage, a process called memory consolidation takes place. During consolidation, connections between neurons strengthen, facilitating the transfer of information from short-term to long-term memory. Now let's explore the intricate dance of memory storage and retrieval. In computers, data is stored in memory cells with unique addresses. In the human brain, memories are stored within complex neural pathways, each representing a unique address. When we want to recall a memory, our brain activates the corresponding neural pathways, retrieving the encoded information and bringing it into our conscious awareness. All the thoughts that we have generated are logically organized on top of these neural pathways, so that when the old pathways are fired to retrieve the information, new memories or experiences are also retrieved along with the old memories. Or remembering the random firing patterns of neurons with the help of emotions. Simply stating, using chemicals and hormonal balance inside our brain. Both computer memory and human memory employ memory management strategies. Computers have operating systems that manage memory allocation and keep track of available addresses. In our brain, processes like synaptic pruning and neuroplasticity regulate and organize information. Synaptic pruning eliminates unused connections, optimizing the storage and retrieval of vital information. Neuroplasticity allows the brain to adapt and recognize its neural networks, facilitating learning and formation of new memories. Now, let us acknowledge both computer memory and human memory can experience fallibility. Our brain possesses unique strengths such as creativity, emotional connections, and context-based memory recall, qualities that computer cannot replicate. This means when some information is lost from a computer, an application or file gets corrupted and will not open. Whereas our brain covers up this missing information beautifully. And we never realize that we are missing information from the recalled memory. But fear not, we can enhance our memory through techniques like repetition, mnemonic devices, and retrieval practices, unleashing the full potential of our remarkable memory system. You can learn more about these techniques and more in a book by Peter Hollins called Improve Your Memory. Link is given in the description below. So this is how human memory works. Our brain is a very powerful tool that can be used to shape and create the world around us. Now that we know how our brain works, next thing that comes to mind is, why is there a need to learn about the working of brain? How does it help with developing a flawless business plan? All this explanation about working of brain was done to differentiate between thoughts and ideas. Thoughts, as we understand, are just a single neuron firing pattern, whereas an idea is a collection of multiple thoughts stacked on top of each other. When the thoughts are logically arranged and form a logically recognizable pattern, the thoughts become ideas. A clear indication of an idea is its ability to define long-term goals. Secondly, this was to inspire everyone that we all have been blessed with a creative and powerful mind. The skills of thinking and memory manipulation have been passed down through generations. The techniques that our ancestors learned over the years, we can do it instinctually. Understanding the brain allows us to utilize our brain properly. This also allows us to better understand the next topic of discussion, the controlled process for optimizing our ideas. I like to call it idea generation process. This optimization process stems from understanding a concept called double diamond model of product design. Hence, after making this quick detour to understand double diamond model, we will dive into the idea generation process. If you like to learn more about these topics, before we get a chance to make videos for them, all these buttons on this image will navigate you to their respective blogs. The links to my website and blog are given in the description below. To stay connected and catch all the future videos, subscribe and support me on YouTube, Patreon, and other social media platforms. Until next time, learn to be brilliant with Brilliant Supply Chain.